6 weeks ago I stood here and filmed a video. I was at the start of a quest for golf strength and speed. It was inspired by the training of the likes of Bryson DeChambeau and the changes that he's made in his game, and I wanted to know whether a lifelong short hitter of the golf ball following the same type of training ideas could see the same sort of benefits. Well, that was then, and this is now. We're 6 weeks down the line. I've followed the program, I've done everything prescribed. If you've missed all of that or you want to know where we've got to, this video is all about the results. Alright, spoiler alert. We're 6 weeks in and I am amazed. I went into this completely skeptical, never really hit it a long way, so wasn't expecting to be able to change too much in 6 weeks, but I've been blown away by the results. Knowing that's the case, I would imagine if I was watching this, my first thought would be, okay, well, what have you done?
Alright, well, I just did one thing.
Well, come on, I need to know.
I worked out 6 hours a day, every day, for the last 20 years straight.
Good advice, Rocky, but no. So I'd heard so much about these SuperSpeed sticks. I was really keen to give them a go, but I didn't want to just do the SuperSpeed sticks because I wasn't sure whether it'd be enough or not. And I was really curious about the training, like I said, that Bryson DeChambeau, the guys on tour, do. So what I did was I found an online program which was over 6 weeks, and it was looking at strength and speed that went alongside the SuperSpeed Sticks training. So I signed up to that because it was something I could do at home during the lockdown, and then I've been following along. If you really just want to know what the results were, you can jump ahead to the end of the video. But for everyone else, I'm just going to take you through a little bit more detail on what I've done to achieve them and how the 6 weeks have gone. Whatever you do, make sure you go to the very end of the video though, because I've got a crazy new plan for the next 6 weeks to add even more speed to my swing, and I think you're going to love it. The program itself is broken up into 3 different parts. It's all about golf strength, golf speed, and golf mobility, and it's all delivered through the Precision Athletica Training app. So effectively, if you've got a phone, you can follow this program. The next thing I did was I wanted to know where was my starting point. So I needed to get all of the distances, the clubhead speed, carry distance, smash factor, those type of numbers for my golf clubs. So I went through my whole bag and did that. I did it from 9-iron up to driver, got those measurements, figured out where I was. The next thing from there was to talk to Precision Athletica and to have my online consult with a coach, and he told me about the 3 sections: the speed, strength, mobility. The reason that they looked at it in this sort of way was that you need the strength in order to hold yourself better, have more control, and basically have the power to hit the shots. The speed bit, I've never been a long hitter, I've never had high clubhead speed, so I needed to do something that was going to try and get more speed into my game. And the mobility is important. If you're going to make bigger swings, if you're going to want to move, if you want to hold positions, you really need that sort of flexibility, and all from a golf specific kind of way. So as we started getting into weeks 2, 3, 4, the lockdown in Sydney continued. Wasn't able to get in any practice. I was able to use the net at home, no on-course practice, but they were allowed to play comps, so you could turn up and play at comps. And really pretty quickly I started to see benefits. I didn't want to get ahead of myself early on. You know, I was starting to see the feel that you're hitting different shots. It's going a little bit further off the tee, which felt great. Started to have some fun on the course, actually finding hazards that I hadn't found before. You know, hitting it further down the fairway, started to have shorter clubs into the green. And that's what this was all really about for me. I said at the outset that I'm a short hitter, slow swing speed, and that's why I felt like I needed the extra distance, because when it came to competitions against sort of lower handicap players, medal days, things like that, I just didn't have that power to make the course play a little bit more easily for me. And straight away in the first few weeks I started to get a few tee shots started to sort of carry a little bit further and started to give me a taste for, okay, so you're on the right track, you've got to keep going with this. 6 weeks are down, now is the important thing. Have we seen the distances increase like I think we have? What I'm going to do is, like the first time, I'm going to go through the club bag, I'm going to hit each of my clubs, and I'm going to see what the carry distance is and what the total distance is and what the clubhead speed is. Like the first time, I'm going to measure everything on the PRGR launch monitor. This is what I got with the SuperSpeed sticks from the Golf Performance Store. Highly recommend these to anyone that's wanting to track this sort of data. Let's do it. Okay, through most of the bag now. Last one, the driver. So from talking to everyone, this is the one that most people are interested in. So we're going to give it a whack and see where we get to. So there you go. All of those over 100 miles an hour, all of them carrying 240. That one was a 249 carry, 102 miles an hour clubhead speed. It's just an example. It's so much different to where we started 6 weeks ago. Can't tell you the difference it's made. But the results from the 6 weeks training block, with my 3-wood, I picked up 6 miles an hour swing speed, which is resulting in 17 yards of carry extra. And with my driver, I'm going to throw up 15 of my shots that I hit, just to give you an average, and you'll see that from where I was at 93 miles an hour, that's now jumped up to 100.4. And where my carry was at 220 yards, that's now at 242 as an average when hitting balls into a net on the drive. So I don't even feel like these are really going after it. These are what feel like comfortable swing speeds. I never would have expected these results, so I'm really pleased with them. That really makes a huge difference to my game. It'll change it on the course, and that's just in 6 weeks. So I told you I had a crazy idea to add more swing speed to my game, and so for the next 6 weeks I'm building in these force pedals to go along with my other speed training. The idea of the force pedals is that it helps you push off the ground, so it teaches you better when you're swinging back where to load up, and as you're coming through where to take off from. So I'm going to include these in my training for 6 weeks, and I'm going to tell you exactly what the results are. So can these really make that much of a difference? Can they take my swing speed even further? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification and stick around, and in a few weeks I'll let you know.